Hey everyone, hi, how are you? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Winter, and this particular reading is a past life message for you. So if it resonates, take it. If parts of it resonate, only take the parts that resonate, leave what doesn't for someone else. And I've already got some cards out here. I wasn't even planning on doing a collective reading, but I did want to um, get my past life oracle cards out. I'm just really interested in past life readings. And so I was just kind of like shuffling them, and the cards came out to tell a perfect story. And then the tarot, I started shuffling those to see if they, what they had to say about the oracle cards that came out. And then they came out to tell a perfect story with the oracle here. So anyways, the first cards that came out, we've got the Forgotten Child, the Unfinished Vow, and the Cursed Lover. And when the oracle cards came out, before I started pulling the tarot, I heard Spirit say, "There's hell to pay," because in a previous lifetime, um, and so this is what has really shaped your life in this particular lifetime, because there's unfinished business from a past life. And I do feel like there is a part of your your essence that is still haunted, or even haunting this previous um, lifetime. Like there's a location, or there's something that happened tragically, that there's a part of you that is still connected to that time and place. Maybe even like an imprinted pain that you went through. But whoever you are, you were betrayed by those that were supposed to love you, that were supposed to care for you. You were abandoned as a child. This lifetime, you may have either been actually like an orphan, you may have gone, been adopted, been through, like you may have been um, what, foster care. You may have gone through foster care. You may have been in like a group home at some point. You may have lost one of your parents, grown up with like a split um, home in some way. Um, Family life may have been dysfunctional at some point in this lifetime, because of some sort of vow. Like there's karmic debt that needs to be repaid to you. There's some sort of closure that your soul is looking for. In a previous life, you were actually done so dirty and betrayed by almost everyone that was supposed to love you, that said that they loved you, but then betrayed you. There was there was karmic relationships, like romantic relationships, that that betrayed you, that left you uh, alone. And I feel like in that lifetime, you swore vengeance. You swore off, also, you swore off love. You swore that you would never allow anyone to get that close to you ever again. So you spent um, the majority of your life in solitude, alone. And so, and with the Two of Wands being here as well, with the unfinished vow here and the Two of Wands, like the Two of Wands, as far as like past life uh, uh, readings go, it represents like something unfinished, because the Two of Wands would be represents like planning. It's like the planning phase. It's like, should I go this way? Should I go that way? So like if we're talking about like in a past life, it means that you were in this planning phase, meaning there's something unfinished. So there's a promise, a vow There's something here that remains unresolved from this previous lifetime that has been lingering in this lifetime. And there's someone, there's a specific person in this lifetime that knows that their time is coming. And I'm not saying that you are rooting for anything bad to happen to anyone, but justice needs to prevail. You know, they have got to um, receive their karma for what they've done to you. And so in this lifetime, you know, relationships of all sorts may have been very difficult for you, and you may even have like issues with allowing people to get too close to you in this lifetime too. You may even stay in relationships longer than what you should, or you may uh, push people away or run from relationships. And it is because of this vow that you made, even though like you may not have realized at the time that the vow was so legit, basically. But you swore that you would never ever allow someone to hurt you that way again. And so you know, even in this lifetime, you may find yourself at some point thinking like, well, what could have been? There's this lingering of what could have been, what should have been, you know, focusing on, there's a lot of like even unresolved karmic lessons in this lifetime, but it all stems from that previous lifetime where you were betrayed. There was there was a broken heart through like separation, being alone, being neglected, not feeling nurtured, um, and unable to fully feel love. It's like you watched other people um, moving forward with their lives, and somehow finding the love of their life, somehow finding good friends, having relationships with family, and you were alone. I feel like there was some sort of abuse that was done to you. There was some sort of mental, emotional, physical abuse that you went through by the hands of the people that were supposed to love you. They were supposed to take care of you, um and that's not what happened. So it is time for you to receive justice in this lifetime. It is time, and I just got a notification on my phone as confirmation of that. Let's take a look at this divine lesson from this previous lifetime and see what other information spirit can give us. Thank you, divine Holy Spirit, spirit guides, angels, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, and higher light beings for continuing to guide, bless, and protect this reading, myself and the viewers. I thank you for ensuring that we continue to only receive honest, accurate, trustworthy answers and messages that come only from the divine, that are only of the highest good and to the harm of none, with peace, love, light, and gratitude. So it is. Yeah, I'm seeing like a divorce being significant, a Dear John letter. You may also have this constant fear in this lifetime of someone not coming back to you, you know, or like even if they like um, leave for just a little bit, there may be a fear or an underlining fear of them not coming back. Um, There's this sense of like duty and obligation that you may feel towards your own family or children in this lifetime. There's repeating patterns, there's repeating toxic patterns that are continuing from a previous lifetime into this lifetime because of this betrayal that you suffered. There's definitely a lot of like inner child healing, and the two of cups came out here with the two of wands. The this right here, these together represent unresolved past life issues. And it's like you ended up alone and lonely. So you may not necessarily be like alone in this lifetime, but there's still like this underlining feeling of being lonely even when you are around people. And so you do deserve your justice. You do deserve closure. Your soul deserves closure in this lifetime. Spirit, what was the lesson in that previous lifetime that has come followed the viewers into this lifetime? What was the lesson? Tell us more about the previous lessons. Whoa, that's way too many cards, you guys. We have shadow in the family. Someone also, okay, so that you're getting justice in this lifetime because someone here profited off of your pain in a previous lifetime. And so there may actually have some of you have maybe developed like addictions in this lifetime. Someone that was there was like someone that was supposed to heal you, that that they betrayed you and took advantage of a weakened state that you were in and made things even worse for you. So, look, manufactured woes me. Not all cries for help seeking healing. Like I feel like your cries for help went unheard. And so in this lifetime you may feel unheard, unseen. um also too, there's someone from a previous lifetime that is always in this oh woe is me energy. So there you are an empath and you have been in many lifetimes. And so there's someone that takes advantage of your empathy and is like um, tries to like make you feel guilty, or for them, like tries to instill guilt into your heart, um, and drains you. They drain you, and um, so in so it's like if you listen to them talk, it's like instead of like replenishing you, this person drains you. There's someone that feeds off of your compassion. So I do feel like spirit wants you to be mindful of those that you do offer support to. Pay attention to your body, um, because like in this lifetime, because where you were abandoned in this previous lifetime and you were betrayed, there's this energy of you wanting to be the fixer, the rescuer. So um so there is energy vampires that do take advantage of that wolf in the pulpit. Like you were actually also betrayed by like a spiritual leader, a religious leader. This person actually led you more and more into darkness and oppression. And so in this lifetime, breaking free from like spiritual breaking free from uh spiritual uh like religious leaders, like preachers, anybody like that stands in a pulpit like that. um you're being guided to break free, so uh from like religious control and manipulation. Can I get one card, please, Spirit, for the viewer? Yeah, so if this is resonating with you, I feel like the reason why Spirit is delivering you this message so that you can find closure, so that your soul can move forward, so that you can let go of any kind of lingering guilt associated with family. Like, I do feel like there is a family member, or family in some way, whether it's married family, however these people are family. You are like their soul. They may not be like consciously aware, but they are instilling guilt in you in order to keep some control over you. And there's this that is, in order to like keep you um, from being free. So you're being guided to like uh, release yourself from guilt associated with abandonment, because you may be fearful of, like, you have your own abandonment issues, and that's another reason why you are guilted into staying under the thumb of certain family members, because your soul remembered what it was like to be abandoned, and even having your own abandonment issues in this lifetime. So um, finding closure and healing those abandonment issues will allow for you to no longer um, be a victim of someone else's guilt. Oh my God, we got corrupt government. This is the White House of deceit. You've got to shut up. So that's another thing too, collective. Um, there was some, you were a victim of corrupt government. And I feel like that's the cycle that the collective is currently going through right now, seeking justice. There's some sort of, there's an um, there's an unresolved, unfinished vow that you made to serve justice on someone or someone's others that are now in the White House. And it doesn't matter if you're in the USA or not, or where you were born, it doesn't matter. And so the leadership serves the interest of the people as a whole and not a sole benefactor. I feel like you, no matter what your culture is or ethnicity is in this lifetime, doesn't matter. In a previous lifetime, you were forgotten by the government that here with this corrupt government, and it says the White House of deceit. I do feel like you were a victim and abandoned and forgotten by governments. And in this previous lifetime, there's something unresolved. There's a karmic debt that needs paid to you by the, the government, by the governments. Wow. That was interesting. I wasn't expecting that message. Spirit is saying that you have had to wear a mask, and you've been wearing a mask for so long that um, it's like you've spent most of your life performing, wearing a mask for others that maybe you have forgotten who you are. Um, it's like you've been performing this version of yourself to be accepted, love, or to feel safe. There may even be a fear that you may have of actually being seen, even though there is an aspect of you that, like, you do crave being seen. There's also a fear of someone actually seeing you, the real you, because there's a fear of rejection. So you pretend to be something or someone that you're not in this lifetime because of this previous lifetime. Yeah, you felt invisible. You were alone and invisible. You felt alone and invisible by the people that were supposed to care about you, that were supposed to love you, as well as like leaders and government. You felt insignificant in a previous lifetime, seeking vengeance. Even in like romantic relationships, you felt ignored or unacknowledged, and that has just carried over in this previous lifetime. Like relationships with family members, maybe even as a child, you felt ignored or unseen, you felt invisible. Maybe you were taught that kids are supposed to be seen and not heard, and that may even be carrying over to your own children in this lifetime as well, for some of you, in some way. There's this feeling of longing to be seen, but also fearful of being seen as well. You may even have gotten to where you feel safer being invisible. See, wearing that survival mask for a persona built to stay safe, to feel alive, to stay alive. You may have had to pretend to be something that you weren't in order to stay safe, it like physically safe in this previous lifetime. And so in this lifetime, that karma is teaching you to be yourself, being authentic and not having to pretend to be something that you're not. Like you've pretended to be something to avoid harm, to even avoid rejection, abandonment, to avoid chaos. It's left you feeling inauthentic from your true self in this lifetime. And with that Two of Wands right there, that also is like a wanderer, as someone who didn't get to explore adventure. So there's this sense of wandering. There's maybe feeling lost in cynicism or in your trauma. You felt lost and hollow, and in this lifetime it has left you feeling guarded and like left you aching to believe in something greater, something like searching for purpose, searching for something bigger than yourself, aching for adventure. I feel like that is going to be very healing for you, is to um, go explore, to go on an adventure, allow yourself to be seen and heard, finish, find closure from that previous lifetime. Oh, oh, it's just the battery. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave that there. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, my info is always in the description box below. And you can send me a text or an email for private booking information. Right now, I am running a special on past life readings. Um, if you're interested in finding out more about your specific past life and get some information about that for yourself, or I do 30-minute readings, 60-minute readings, and 90-minute readings. I also offer private video call readings where you can get on a video call with me and see everything just like this, or you can purchase a private video upload to this channel where I send you a private link to watch your reading as well. So anyways, if you're interested, hit your girl up. Also, I will be doing another free reading giveaway. The previous winner, they that won the shadow work reading, they've already gotten their reading. So now that they've gotten theirs, I'm going to be doing another free reading giveaway. I just don't know what type of reading I'm going to give away just yet. So I'm going to take some time to think about that, and I will let you guys know. But in order to win, you have to be subscribed. You need to like the videos and comment. And I will randomly select a video and then randomly select one of the subscribers out of the comments to win. So this is what I have for you, and the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste.